Hello, welcome or welcome back. Thank you for being here. Today I'm doing a review about The Deal by Elle Kennedy. And if you're interested in seeing that, then you're at the right place. I want to start by saying that I have a personal vendetta against this book cover. I hate it. I think it's so ugly for starters, but secondly, this book is about university hockey, so why is she half naked? Now, I can get past that, but there's a huge missed opportunity here. Why isn't she wearing a hockey jersey? This book cover has absolutely nothing to do with the contents of the book. Just slap a hockey jersey on her and it's miles better. So that's just thought number one. But despite that, incredible book. Absolutely loved it. My cat would like to say hi. Look over here. No? Okay. You're gonna sit beside me? Anyways, thanks. I absolutely loved this book. I gave it a 5-star, which is very good for me. I am pretty strict with my ratings, so I definitely would recommend. Now, this book's main focus is on Hannah and Garrett. Hannah's an excellent student, and she has feelings for another guy called Justin. And despite the fact that they've literally never spoken once, he doesn't even know that she exists. Now, this is important. She's acing a philosophy class that pretty much all of her other classmates are not doing well in. They're failing. So then we have Garrett, who is a university hockey player, and he exudes stereotypical athlete vibes. Now, struggling with the class and desperate to maintain his good grades so he can continue playing hockey, he discovers that Hannah has an A in the class, and he really wants her to tutor him. So when he realizes that Hannah got an A, he kind of harasses her so that she helps him, but she is not interested in helping him. So then Garrett's going to great lengths to convince Hannah to help him to study for this philosophy exam, but Hannah is not interested. She thinks he's a huge douchebag. This is surprising to Garrett because, again, exuding athlete energy, and he thinks that any girl should be honored to help him. And at the beginning, he's just like, oh, you can just wring his neck out because he just has this huge ego. But anyways, he's extremely popular. So finally, Garrett realizes that Hannah has this interest in Justin. So he proposes the deal to Hannah. He offers to help her get Justin's attention, and if she agrees to tutor him for a week before the exam. Now, he suggests that if he takes her to a party as his date, it's going to attract Justin's attention and he's going to feel jealous. Intrigued, but repulsed by Garrett's attitude, Hannah reluctantly agrees to help him study, and at the same time, they start to get to know each other. During the tutoring sessions, Hannah reveals to Garrett her love for music. She's a music student, and in a moment of vulnerability, she sings for Garrett, and he's captivated by her talent. So finally, Hannah and Garrett go to the party, and lo and behold, it works. Justin starts to show interest in Hannah, and Garrett becomes jealous, and it kind of takes him by surprise. He gets angry that Justin is flirting with her, and he suggests that they leave the party early. Before you know it, Hannah and Garrett find themselves drawn to each other. What started as strangers to unlikely friends is rapidly growing into romance between the two of them. So then, you start to get to know the characters. So Garrett, his whole life, has insisted about not having a relationship and not having a girlfriend. And we start to learn about his abusive relationship with his father. Hannah, on the other hand, has had a difficult history with sexual abuse, And throughout the novel, we get to know them and their stories. Their relationship evolves in such a beautiful, wholehearted way. They have fun together, they laugh, they comedically bicker, but then they also grow this incredibly intimate relationship, and they have intense conversations that are just really important. And I think that the author did an incredible job. It's written so beautifully. Now that I've told you the whole story, here are some of my thoughts and quick notes that I took while I was reading the book. I think I started the book maybe not expecting to like it as much as I did, and the first maybe 20 pages, I was like, wow, this is narrated really weirdly. It's first person, you're inside of their head, but I got used to it pretty fast, and then I actually ended up really liking it, and I was like, okay. And then at the beginning, Garrett's very, I'm a guy, so I'm like this, I'm a guy. So it kind of plays like a little bit hard on the gender stereotypes, but it does an incredible job at building up his character this way to show how he actually is when he brings down this wall, which is really, really beautiful. At the beginning, Garrett is hateable. Like, he's the kind of guy that you don't even have to try to hate. He's just so full of himself. The author is seriously talented for creating a character that you hate so wholeheartedly at the beginning, and then grow to love so much at the end. I just got to the point where I was reading this book and I couldn't believe that I started liking him. I didn't understand how I got there. It was the same feeling that I got when I was reading ACOTAR. If you know, you know. I found their conversations and all the dialogue in the book really fun, really interesting. I ended up absolutely loving this book. The author has a way of writing that's just really, really, really beautiful. Hannah and Garrett end up having this deep, intense, beautiful relationship with conversations that are so honest and open, and it's really amazing. It's heart-wrenching, it's difficult, it's beautiful. Also, the plot had some interesting twists that I didn't expect. Another thing, I actually really enjoyed the hockey aspect of this book. I didn't really expect to like that. I think it's something that I haven't read a ton of, but I'm going to read more of in the future. Sports and things like that, I think I kind of expected it to maybe be a little bit too heavy on the sports, but really it doesn't take up a whole lot of the story, which I liked, I think is good. But you get to see like some really fun conversations between the hockey players. It shows like a fun, healthy team dynamic, and I really enjoyed that. Another thing that I really liked was when there's conflict in the books, it doesn't span through a bunch of chapters. It's really contained either like one, maybe two chapters, but really you don't have to wait a whole lot of time for a resolution. And to me, that's something really important, or I'll start kind of skimming the sentences. I'll just be like, nah, this is continuing. But it doesn't do that. I never at one point felt like I was skipping any words. So it really kept me enthralled the entire time. So overall, go pick it up right now. It was so good. A 5-star, my first in quite a while. So I would definitely recommend. I loved it, and thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that I get to see you again.